All right, good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Hales Corners Speedway Sim Racing Series tonight.
You're still in our channel. You're still in our channel, buddy.
Special event. Got the UMP Modified is going to have the 305 sprint cars on tap for you. Normally these guys are running the street stocks followed by the limited late models. Same as always, got the fixed setups going. Got 23 modifieds checked in, checking out some of the different cars sitting around in the pits and out on the track right now. That man right there, as usual, quick in practice. Expect to see him quick in qualifying. You got Mr. Chris Johnson right here. Special paint scheme tonight. He is representing someone that Hales Corners fans will know, Frank Smith, in that 1975 championship modified paint job right there. A nice little throwback, paying homage to a legend. From the picture that I received, that is a pretty good likeness
of
that. A modified car that the championship was won with back in 75. Driver's going to continue to make some laps while they do run through their driver's meeting. RJ Tackman out here. Probably clear a bunch of these guys off the track, at least a few at a time. Jared Apel right there. Ricky Johnson still, Steve Nicholas. The old familiar faces, Reed Rundle's in here. Nick Sobiek. JJ Schilling, as is expected. Guys, don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. I can see you if you're over on YouTube or Twitch. And I can say right now I am watching the YouTube feed on the big 45-inch TV above my head. And man, does it look good. Nice and clean. Say hi in the chat. Subscribe to the channel if you're over there. If you're on any of our Facebook channels, please drop by the Dirt Racing Network on Facebook. Like, share, and follow. I'm not sure who is making laps, so I'll see if I can catch a number on that. Couple of 3 cars out there. Brandon Hull, I believe, one of the cars that is out there. JJ Schilling on track as well. Gary Budzine making laps. So, getting down to the end of the drivers' meeting and the practice session. Once they get ready to go to qualifying, we will go to our pre-race ceremonies. And have the Foley boys back on tap for us. Don't forget 2 shows tonight, 1 show tomorrow, 1 show on Wednesday, and 1 show on Thursday. We go back to regular broadcasting schedule here on the Dirt Racing Network. Should have Dominic Santina back in the booth tomorrow night, and probably Wednesday and Thursday as well. Hello, David, Chandler, Mason, Kelly, Matt Urban. Hello, everybody. Practice about to wind down here. Andy Gross back on track, making laps around the top side here. A one-night special show. Not the cars these guys are used to, but I think they are doing some testing to see if maybe next season they change their disciplines a little bit. We'll see what happens there. But it is time for us to go to public address, get our pre-race ceremonies underway.
we take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, big thank you to the Foley boys for their invocation and national anthem. All 24 cars have already taken time. Andy Gross, Nick Sobiek, Ryan Fisher, Reed Rundle, J.J. Schilling, your top 5 in qualifying. A 14.590 for Andy Gross and a 14.686 for 5th place J.J. Schilling. So about a tenth, a little over a tenth, separating your top 5. 3 heat races. Top 5 from each heat race going to go straight to our A main. We will run a B main, take 5 cars from that, put them in 20 cars into the 30-lap feature. As soon as they wrap this one up. Oh, Mr. Fletcher already throwing down the gauntlet. That's interesting. You think someone's going to clean sweep tonight. All right. Check it out. Mr. Hull, 6th quick. 2 tenths. Nearly 2 tenths off. All right. We will see how that shakes out. As I was saying about the schedule, tonight, 2 shows from the Hales Corners Speedway Racers. Tomorrow night, Dirt Slingers. Monday Night Thunder 360s Fixed Series for them tomorrow night. Pretty sure they're at Lima Land. And then on a Wednesday, the Dirt Slingers Wichita Tire and Alignment Wednesday Warriors UMP Modified Series. And on Thursday, the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaws with the Dirt Slingers. So a full week this week of shows for you. We're going to get ready. Switch it on over. Heat races. Up next, we will have 8 cars per heat. A little bit of an invert going here, and a couple guys that have been doing battle each and every night that we watch. These guys are going to be side by side here. On the pole, going to be the 15 of David Kinjorski. That is the title sponsor's machine in here tonight. Ski Graphics on the side of that car. On his outside in the 48, going to be Matt Urban. Row 2 on the inside, the Buddies Racing Equipment TDC race team number 43 from Oxford, Michigan, Reed Rundle. And on the outside of him, one of the fastest guys in the series week in, week out, The Shark RC Bodies Gross Racing. Number 14 from Hartford, Wisconsin, Andy Gross. Third row on the inside, the Burnside Motorsports. Number 55 of John Burnside out of Franklin, Wisconsin. On the outside of him, the 66 of Jason Enoch. Whoa, we went through that a little quick. And on the back row, on the inside, we're watching the car sideways here. He's going to have to do something to get that thing righted. The Sorens Ford, number 11 from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, Ricky Johnson. On the outside of him in the Renegade Race Cars, Renegade Racing. Number 67 from Hartford, Wisconsin, R.J. Tackman. So the 66 of Enoch, little sideways, right at initial roll-off, and they will bring him around. We'll see what happens here. I think Mr. Enoch's going to have to hustle if he is going to get into his rightful starting position, unless they have relegated him to the back of that row. But we will be green this time out of turn 4. Kinjerski, Urban on the front row. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 1 underway. And Matt Urban off the outside of that front row is going to grab a pretty good lead down the backstretch. Here comes Rundle. Got a little help in the back there for just a second with the 14 car of Gross as we watch Andy Gross fall into the 4th spot here as he is just ahead of Burnside. Rundle in front of that. Kinjerski has settled into 2nd. Don't know how long Kinjerski is going to stay there. He's going to make a run at that 48 machine. Head to check it up. Coming out of 4. Enoch sideways on the front stretch again. Jason Enoch having troubles with that 66 car. Missing the hood, the nose piece. He's hit the wall pretty hard somewhere. No cautions in our heat races. Now, Reed Rundle. I saw Burnside's car into the fence back in 3 and 4. Reed Rundle has moved into 2nd, but Gross is there challenging. 3-car battle. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Andy Gross, the 14 car on the inside. Reed Rundle on the top side. Right behind them, David Kinjerski. Started on the pole, has fallen back to 4th now. This time Gross gets around and makes it stick on Rundle. Urban's had his way out front, coming around to 4 to go this time. Here comes Kinjerski down the inside to try to take 3rd on Rundle. So far, Rundle able to fight back on the top side. A little contact between the two there. Rundle puts the right side tires into the outside wall. We're going to have a battle for the lead here. Now Kinjerski clears Rundle. Will go back to the front, I think. Gross reeling in Urban until they left the exit of turn 2, and he lost about 5 car lengths. It looks like Matt Urban has found the line to get in and out of these corners. Keeping that car down close to the bottom there at the exit of 4. White flag in the air. Once again, Rundle and Kinjerski going at it. And this time, Rundle's got the advantage. Gross got close that time. Don't think he's going to have enough here in 3 and 4. A little bit of a touch. Urban wins heat race number 1. Gross is 2nd. Rundle 3rd. Kinjerski 4th. And then Ricky Johnson going to bring the 11 machine into a direct transfer spot. Burnside, Enoch, and Tackman all headed for our B main. 1 in the books, 2 to go. On a pole for heat race number 2, the Shark RC car bodies. Number 112 of Chris Johnson. Tonight, that is the 1 car paying homage to the legend. He's out of Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. And from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, the Pride of Tosa CJR number 64, Randy Brunner. Row 2. On the inside, the 1 car of J.J. Schilling. And on his outside, the RLV Faster Motors VLR number 23 from Big Bend, Wisconsin, Nick Sobiek. In the 3rd row, on the inside, the GB Restoration and Repair number 77 from East Troy, Wisconsin, Jerry Budzine. And on his outside, the Extreme Speed Cyclone Motorsports, number 16 from Racine, Wisconsin, Randy Nicholas. And in the back row on the inside, the Kiersick Electric LLC, number 00 from Waukesha, Wisconsin, Blake Johnson, with Justin Blackburn in the 4 car on his outside. So 10 more laps, 5 more to the feature. Johnson and Brunner off the front row at the drop of the green flag right here. Waiting for that to happen out of turn number 4. There's your green flag, and Brunner had a great position there. Half a car when the green drop. He may come out of turn 2 with the lead. Johnson had to check up a little bit. Here comes Schilling. Schilling and Johnson battling for second now. The one car on the one car and a little bit of contact down the front stretch. No harm, no foul. We watch him down the back stretch and into turns 3 and 4. Still Brunner. Now Schilling ahead of Johnson out of 4. And Budzine and Sobiak in behind that. And our eyes on the 2-1 cars. They were battling pretty hard for second. Looks like they might have it settled out now, as Schilling has taken the spot away from Chris Johnson. Then Gary Budzine, the 77, sits in fourth with Nick Sobiak in that 23 car right in behind that. You see Justin Blackburn, the 4 machine, all ready to the infield, sitting down in turn number 4 on the inside of the wall. Good heat race here. Everybody staying on the same straightaway. Randy Brunner leading these guys. Took it from the drop of the green flag, and he led the first 5 laps. Now here comes Schilling. J.J. Schilling trying to work the bottom side. See if he can make up some ground here. They're starting to get away from the one car of Johnson. Budzine still hanging on to fourth, and Sobiak in the 5th spot. We'll go back to the lead. See if there's any change up here. Not much doing right there with 3 laps to go. Brunner running that inside to out slider line. Schilling's trying to stay outside and keep his momentum up. Two to go this time. No change in the top 5. Top 2, the closest 2 cars to each other on the track, and that time Brunner got a good run out of 2. Extended his lead by about a car and a half before they got to 3, and he sees the white flag first. Johnson still third. Now Budzine and Sobiak starting to battle on the white flag lap for 4th and 5th. Brunner's going to win it. Schilling's coming home second. Budzine in third and at the line. I'm sorry, Chris Johnson was third. Sobiak was 4th, and Budzine came home in 5th. So your top 5 there are very close at the end for 4th and 5th for sure. Final heat race headed to the front stretch. On the pole, the Zeller Transportation, Apel Racing Incorporated, number 51 from Hartford, Wisconsin, Jared Apel. Known as Outside in the Scrub It Up Car Wash, Black Flag Racing, number 8 from Waterford, Wisconsin, Peter Brees. Row 2 on the inside, the 99 car of Brandon Hull, and on the outside of him, the Pincala Auto Solutions, number 41 from Oak Creek, Wisconsin, Ryan Fisher. Third row on the inside, the I-94 Raceway, number 17 from Slinger, Wisconsin, Dean Burnt. On the outside of him in the 18 car, going to be Jordan Matson. 4th and final row on the inside, the Extreme Speed Cyclone Motorsports, number 7 from Caledonia, Wisconsin, Steve Nicholas, and Dean Wallach in the 126 on the outside of that row. So the final 8 cars. Final 10 heat race laps, top 5 here, straight to the feature. We'll see these 3 join the other 6 in the B main following this, and we'll take 5 of those 9 cars and move them into the back of the A main. Lee, this is fixed.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Heat 3 underway, and no, Captain Poon, it is not. This is a special league race for these guys, Hales Corner Speedway Sim Racing Series. Peter Brees in the 8 car going to lead lap number 1 here in heat race number 3. The newcomer, Apel, in the 51, hot on his tail as he split cars out of 2. He takes over second. Side-by-side battle with Hull and Fisher. Ryan Fisher, the 41 car, trying to work the top side. He takes away third. move Hull back to 4th, and then Jordan Matson in that 18 car into that final direct transfer spot, but I don't think he is done trying to pick off people right there. So he closes in a little bit every corner on Brandon Hull. Now Fisher works to the inside of Apel. Falls back this time, and Brandon Hull has a good run around the top side. Still can't do anything with it. Best battle on the track for 3rd place right here. Well, that time it's aligned by a full car length. It was Fisher, but down into 1 and 2. Hull sails it off on the top side. He takes the spot away, brushes the wall heading into 3. That may give Fisher just what he needed to get back to him. At the line, no, that time Hull. It's a good battle here for 3rd and 4th. Brees is hanging on to the lead. Apel is in 2nd. 3 to go this time by. Once again, that battle for 3rd, side by side at the line. Hull by a scant 1/1000th of a second that time. Now Fisher shuts the door on Hull. A little bit of contact, or left front to right rear. We're down to 2 to go. That has kind of settled things out a little bit, but the battle at the front may be heating up. 51 car got a good run into the corner, just not enough momentum on the exit. Brees is keeping the 8 car out wide. He's going to get to the white flag first. Brees staying down about a lane and a half, and that has given Apel all the room he needs to try to get a run. Last set of corners right here, not enough. 51 car loops it around. He's going to collect plenty of people. Brees is going to win it. Hull 2nd. Matson burnt. And Fisher possibly going to come home here in 5th. It's actually going to be Dean Wallach going to come home in 5th, and then Fisher, Apel, and Nicholas in that order. So that last corner deal, and the 51 car of Jared Apel overcooked the grits a little bit. He ends up taking himself and Ryan Fisher into the B main. So 9 cars going to be vying for 5 spots in our last chance qualifier. It's going to be Enoch and Fisher in row 1, Nicholas and Burnside in row 2, Blake Johnson and Jared Apel in row 3, RJ Tackman and Blackburn in row 4, and Steve Nicholas tag in the back. $15 laps for the B main. Top 5 into the A. These guys will haul the modifieds out of here, bring in the 305 wing sprint cars immediately following this event, and get ready to do it all over again. Hello, Mr. Nichols. I hope you're doing good today, buddy. Green flag in the air. B main underway. Top 5 will be all that is left. We get done with this one already. John Burnside, 55 car, hard into the outside wall in 1 and 2. He is going to collect Justin Blackburn, trying to get out of there. Now he's going to get into Steve Nicholas. 55 car, turtle shelled up in the top of turn 3. He takes that to the infield. We'll go back to the lead at the end of 1. Enoch and Fisher side by side. Enoch had all kinds of trouble in his heat race with that 66 machine. It looks like he's got that all fixed up, as he is going to lead the first 2 laps in the B main. Now Fisher off the bottom had a little bit of an advantage down the backstretch. Enoch still trying to work the top side. Apel and Nicholas in behind that. Quick ride on board here with Randy Nicholas through 3 and 4. See the top 3 starting to get away. Fisher, Enoch, and Apel. Nicholas is 4th. RJ Tackman right here riding on board with RJ. He's our 5th and final transfer car into the feature, and he is trying to work down closer to the inside on Nicholas. Nicholas got that car in a pretty good spot. He's kind of covering up the outside exit so you can't come off the bottom and get wide, and he's covering up the middle entry. So you're really going to have to take a chance and go hard wide to try to get around the top side of him. I'll look off the left front side of the car. Closer and closer. Now a little bump with the fence. Halfway home, B made. Ryan Fisher out in front. Jason Enoch still second. 51 car of Apel was running in second in his heat race and ends up losing the car down there in 3 and 4. He took Ryan Fisher out of a transfer spot with him when he did. Now those two in here in the B main trying to work their way back into the feature. They're going to start pretty deep. Last couple rows of this thing. If he can make it by, and he moved Enoch up the hill, opened the door, just couldn't go through it. Now trying to take the 51 car through the slick. That's not going to work. Enoch still in second. Abel in third. Randy Nicholas right in front of Tackman still. That's 4th and 5th. Those are your transfer spots. 4 to go that time by. Oh, Scott, they're still on all 4 tires. It can't look like you. I kid. 3 to go this time. Fisher still out in front. And he's got a fairly sizable lead. 1.1 seconds out of the line. You saw Enoch clip the fence down the backstretch, and the 66 car starting to get in trouble again with that car late in the going. Lap and a half for Fisher. Apel around the top, still trying to run down that 66, and he may be able to make this top side work. I think he's going to run out of time. White flags in the air. Still Nicholas and Tackman right on top of each other. That's for your final 2 transfer spots. Enoch got that car backwards. He is going to fall out of a spot. Fisher's going to win the B main. Jared Apel second. R.J. Tackman got around Randy Nicholas. That's 3rd and 4th, and Blake Johnson, the 00 car, is going to steal the 5th and final transfer spot as Enoch lost the car down in 1 and 2 and gives up his ticket to the A main. So 20 cars set to do battle for 30 green flag laps here. And we'll see how this goes for these guys. Should be pretty good as we run down the starting lineup. It's going to be Brandon Hull on the pole with J.J. Schilling to his outside. Andy Gross inside row 2. Peter Brees on his outside. The third row will be Randy Brunner and Matt Urban inside and out. Row 4, Reed Rundle on the inside. Chris Johnson on the outside of that row. The fifth row, Jordan Matson inside. David Kinjerski outside. Inside row number 6, Nick Sobiek outside. David Burnt. The 7th row inside, Ricky Johnson with Gary Budzine on his outside. Row 8 will be Dean Walick inside and Ryan Fisher on the outside of that row. The 9th row, Jared Apel inside, R.J. Tackman outside. And on to the back row, Randy Nicholas and Blake Johnson side by side. So feature time. UMP Modifieds, Hales Corner Speedway Sim Racing Series tonight, presented by Ski Graphics. We're going to go green out of turn number 4 with Hull and Schilling on the front row. Pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. We are racing feature time. And J.J. Schilling may have something good going on the outside, but not enough, and caution right away. That's going to change things as you see the 67 of Tackman. And we'll see what happened to him. He's pretty deep in the field outside row number 9. Gonna get down into the corner, right here into the fence. Budzine did it right in front of him, but Tackman ended up flipping the car backwards there. So caution laps do count in this series. Appreciate everybody tuning in and spending your Sunday evening with us. First of two shows for the Hales Corners Sim Racers tonight. They'll get out of the modifieds, go straight into the wing sprint cars, but the 305's out here for another show as soon as we get done with this one. All right, now 26 laps to go. Hull and Schilling again off the front row. Green flag in the air. We'll see if Schilling has anything going this time out of two. I don't think so. Just too much Hull off the bottom. But Andy Gross is able to put the 14 car up the inside and take away second. Now it'll be Hull and Gross battling at the front. Schilling third, Brees, Rundle, and Brunner the top six right now. As you see, that is a two-wide, two-deep battle from fifth to about ninth. And caution again. Oh, Brunner is going to get saved by the bell there. Oh. So we go back and see. 51 car. Apel, a lot of damage on that car. Let's go see what happened to him. This is out of two. It looks like Kinjerski with a little tap. And then he hits the 23 car there. That is Nick Sobiek. 77 of Budzine is backwards. It looks like a 51 car. Heavy suspension damage to the rear end of that machine. And a lot of other damage as well. So Hull and Gross 1-2, Schilling, Brees, Rundle, your top five. Brunner, Urban, Johnson, Matson, and Fisher in the top 10. Thanks for tuning in, Michael. Car's going to get side by side for another restart here. Going to have 21 laps to go this time. Watch the car on the outside, the 14 machine. Best restarter in the league. Rarely ever has a mistake on restarts.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air, and he's got a good run this time. Goes down into 1 and 2 with a big advantage. Going to be able to pin the 99 car down low. He's got the middle. Andy Gross now your leader out of turn 2. Hull follows to second. Brees is third. Schilling and then Rundle your top five. Schilling putting some pressure on Peter Brees right there. The 1 car got the 8 car moved up the hill a little bit. Just too much momentum off the top side right now. And I think if you can stay in the middle, you've got a pretty good advantage as Andy Gross now starting to put a gap on Brandon Hull. Brandon Hull, the 99, running second. Peter Brees, then J.J. Schilling. Here comes Matt Urban as he got around Chris Johnson and Reed Rundle, and Chris Johnson got around Rundle as well. Moved Johnson into 6th, Rundle 7th. Brunner in the A spot, and then it's Ryan Fisher and Jordan Matson back here in the 18 in your top 10. Back towards the front we go. Brandon Hull still sitting in second. Peter Brees, the 8 car. Good run for him tonight. Slowly and steadily been picking up steam in the series as we've gone from week to week. That 8 car getting closer and closer to the front each and every night. Right now, he is sitting in
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution
a
is
podium spot. 51 car of Apel off track as Ricky Johnson's off track. Blake Johnson, the 00 car. Nick Sobiek maybe in this one. I don't think it was him, actually. He may show us who it was. Right there is the 18 car of Matson that ended up having trouble. So let's jump back and see what happened to Jordan Matson. No, got in there a little bit, got it out of shape, slowed it up, and then Budzine came in. You can't see off the right rear corner of that car when it's in that slide like that, and he got into the 18 car of Matson. So Gross, Hull, Brees, Schilling, Urban, Johnson, Rundle, Brunner, Fisher, Konjerski, your top 10 now. David Konjerski breaking into the top 10 running spots. 12 laps to go and we get the green. Yes, it is, Steve. It is fixed. Two by two again.
Green, green, green.
Andy Gross with a pretty good jump. Saw the car jump up on the bars before anybody else. We'll see if he's still got the lead out of two. As Hull got a great run off the top side. He pulled the long side down the backstretch. And this time I think Gross is going to slide up into the middle. He made him check up. Now the battles for third as Schilling has the outside on Brees. Schilling had the spot going into turn three. Gross, Hull, and Schilling your top three now. Peter Brees, the black machine on the inside, hanging on to fourth right in front of Matt Urban. And then Chris Johnson back here. His car number is officially 112, but he's running that one car tonight. A little throwback action for Frank Smith there. He's battling Reed Rundle right now. Rundle's got the inside, starting to make the 43 car work a little bit down there. That time had to give it up off the exit, and Johnson's able to squeeze back into sixth. Gross getting away from the field. Best battle on the track, starting to heat up for second and third. Hull's about to have his hands full with the one car of Schilling. Schilling got around Brees on the last restart. Now he is closing in, and every time the 99 car wiggles, it puts the one car that much closer. Now it looks like Hull found a little something going through the middle down here. Andy Gross, 1 full second ahead of Brandon Hull. Then it's Schilling in third, Brees, Urban, Chris Johnson, Reed Rundle, Ryan Fisher, R.J. Tackman, and David Konjerski still hanging on to 10th. 3 cars out of the race, 16 cars still on the lead lap as we are down 3 to go this time out of turn 4. Gross now, 1.2 seconds in front. He's using the bottom and really making the 14 car work down there in 1 and 2. 2 to go, the signal from our flag man. Hull still second, Schilling third, Peter Brees now fourth, and he's got company. Urban peak to the outside, 4th and 5th right here. Peter Brees the 8, Matt Urban the 48.
All right, man, caution.
Caution! And they will have a reset to, I think, Randy Nicholas maybe. Had a little trouble down here in 1 and 2. As we look back, this is 3 and 4 the previous lap. He and Wallach right there. A little contact, that gets the 16 car. There's no way that is what caused a caution. This might have, though. 64 car. Way backwards up in front of company. So I think Brunner is going to be the source of our yellow laundry this time. All right, back to 2x2. Green, white checker finish right here. Andy Gross and Brandon Hull off the front row. Somebody said that Hull was going to sweep this, and no doubt. Well, this is going to be his last effort to grab the lead back right here.
Green
flag back in the air. You see him, he's got the spot down in 1 and 2. Dead even when they came out of turn 2 right there. Now Hull with a little bit of momentum heading into 3. Can he hang on to it coming out of 4? White flag in the air. Side by side again. Hull had the advantage by about the thickness of the paint on the front of that 99 car. Here comes Gross sliding it up the hill. Couldn't get it done. Brandon Hull going to steal the win on the final restart. Andy Gross second. J.J. Schilling coming home in third. And we'll talk to our top 3. So the restart master got out restart that time. And we are definitely going to have to ask Mr. Gross what happened there, because he has been the king of restarts in this series. But we'll get Mr. Schilling. I know he's been here. Brandon Hull. And Andy Gross. All right, let's get Jason up here.
Boys.
Jason.
Hi.
Well, a podium for you tonight. Had to battle Mr. Brees there just a little bit. How was the feature for you in what is not normally the cars you guys run in this series?
To me, it was a lot more fun than racing the limited late models. But, man, watching Brandon pass Andy on the top side was awesome.
Yeah, the king of restarts got started there on the final thing. From your vantage point, anything you could have done to maybe try to put a little extra pressure on both of them?
Oh, no, those two were too smooth. I had nothing for them.
Well, fantastic run in a special event tonight. You're going to bring it home on the podium. I know you got the sponsor's logo up there on the car. Who else is helping you out before we let you get ready for the sprint cars tonight?
Ski Graphics, J&A Auto Trim, LeMay Motorsports, and Roscoff RV.
All right, man. Good run for you tonight. Fantastic podium. You got something for these guys in the sprint car?
I hope so. I mean, I don't like sprint cars, but we can see what we can do.
All right, man. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you do something here in just a little bit in that sprint car, man. Thanks for chatting with us.
Yep, no problem.
Your third place finisher, J.J. Schilling. We will move on to second place, Andy Gross. Andy, you there?
Yeah, you got me. You got me?
I got you, buddy. Man, the king of restarts in this series just got out restarted. Tell me what happened on that last one.
Yeah, I spun my tires real bad and just a little anxious knowing what happened last time when we were in the late models here, and I didn't want to get wrecked going into one, and that's what I was concentrating on, and I got in my mind.
Still a great run. You passed a handful of cars. You got the lead way out in front. I know you didn't want to see that last caution, but up until that point, kind of having your way with these guys, how easy was it for you out there?
Well, it's a lot easier when the track is tacky. When it starts drying up is when, the guys that can drive on the dry really start to shine. But, I tried getting Brandon coming out of 4, driving her up with the hill a little bit more, but just wasn't quite enough to get him.
Well, still a great run. You come home second. Are you ready for the sprint car portion of the show tonight?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I only run a sprint car probably like once or twice since I've gotten into iRacing, so I can't expect too much of a show in it. Well,
either way, we expect to see the 14 car close to the front, man. Who's on the car helping you out before we let you get out of here?
Well, this week, Graphics is the primary sponsor this week. Can't forget Shark RC Bodies, and as well as Henco Water Jet Supply, and want to thank Ski for taking the sponsorship for the broadcast tonight, as well as Scrub It Up Car Wash for doing the league. And, it's been a lot of fun. That was a good race. And so wish that last restart didn't come out, man, because I think we would have had her.
Well, a great run for you. Appreciate you taking the time. Look forward to seeing what you're going to do in the sprint cars, buddy.
Thanks, Ryder. See you in a bit.
Second place finisher, Andy Gross. And now, on to the winner, Brandon Hull. Are you there, sir? He does not appear to have a microphone going with us here. Hopefully he can figure that out here in just a few seconds. Be good to talk to the guy that won the first race. It got picked in chat to sweep the whole night. It would be pretty exciting to hear what he has to say about that, at least. Well, I don't think Brandon is going to be able to chat with us, so we are going to get ready to move on. If that changes, we'll try to bring him back. Hard to interview somebody without a microphone, but he did do a great job on the last restart. Hard to get around that 14 car on any restart, and he picks up the win in the first race tonight. Run through our results. Hull does win it. Gross was second. Schilling in third. Reed Rundle fourth. Ryan Fisher, all the way from the back of the pack, comes home fifth tonight. He had to go win the B main to get into this thing. That is a heck of a drive for the 41 machine there. Going to say that is absolutely 100% the hard charger in this race. Matt Urban in sixth. Peter Brees was seventh. Jordan Matson in eighth. Randy Brunner ninth. Dean Burnt in 10th. Gary Budzine was 11th. 12th was Chris Johnson. David Kinjerski in 13th. Randy Nicholas 14th. Dean Wallach, the 15th place finisher. RJ Tackman in 16th. Nick Sobiak in 17th. Blake Johnson was 18th, Ricky Johnson 19th, and Jared Apel in 20th. So the UMP modified portion of the show over. We're going to do the 305s here. Let me see. We got about 18 minutes till that show starts. In the meantime, we will probably take a short break here, get things reset and ready to go. Guys, do not forget, second show coming up here just shortly. Tomorrow night, 360 Wing Sprint Cars Fixed Series Limaland Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder presented by Tim Sims. And then on Wednesday night, the Dirt Slingers Wichita Tire and Alignment Wednesday Night Warriors UMP Modified Series. Those guys battling it out each and every week. I hope this doesn't come right up on the screen. I was pretty sure that it was going to. You can see they are going to be at Charlotte. And then our Outlaw Series coming back, and they are going to be at Lernerville. That is going to do it for show number one, guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Don't forget, in about 15, 18 minutes, we'll be back live again with the Hales Corners, guys, for show number 2. 305 Sprint Cars right back here at Lanier. So until then, guys, keep it dirty. Come back and see us in just a few minutes. We appreciate it. As always, don't forget to like, share, and follow over on the Facebook page. And if you're on YouTube or Twitch, subscribe to the channel. And we will be back shortly. Thanks, everybody.